I'm wondering if you can help me out here. About a month ago, over a month ago, we heard that the Los Angeles City Council was getting ready to ban open carry. This is not an institution, Chuck, that normally waits on anti-gun legislation. It's been a month now, and the council hasn't moved forward on this. What's going on?
It's very funny, isn't it?
It
It's
is.
curiouser and curiouser out here, Cam, because the LA City Council introduced this as an urgency motion because this was so important and of such public safety concern that the City Council voted to skip the normal committee review process where a proposed ordinance would go through the Public Safety Committee, get vetted, get discussed, get sent out for the city attorney's opinions, basically get packaged before it got sent to the City Council. They said, oh, we don't have time to do that. We got to get it straight to the city attorney and back to the City Council's office, and now 3 months have gone by, and people may be wondering why. And it seems that what's happening is they finally realized that they opened a huge can of worms here, because if they ban unloaded open carry, they may actually put themselves in a situation where they could be compelled to issue concealed weapon permits.
Oh, really? Okay, now why would that be the case, Chuck? Is this because of the Peruta case in San Diego?
Exactly. The Peruta case says, and we weren't particularly happy about this ruling, and we're appealing it, but we can make lemons out of this lemonade. The Peruta case says the San Diego sheriff does not have to issue concealed weapon permits because under the Second Amendment you have a right to carry a firearm in public, but the legislature can dictate the manner. So you can basically say you can carry it concealed, or you can say you can carry it openly. But you can't ban both. You can't say you can't carry in public at all. So if the city of L.A. So the Peruta court said, since the state law allows people to carry openly with ammunition on their person and to load that firearm when they're in immediate grave danger, the Second Amendment right to self-defense is satisfied. Now, we don't think that's right because obviously carrying an unloaded gun and having to react in a split second when you're aware that you're in grave danger and load it, that's a cumbersome and ineffective way to be able to defend yourself. But if we take that ruling on its face and then jump to the city of Los Angeles, where they're now going to ban that open carry option, then the only option left is concealed carry, and that puts us right back where we started with our claims in the Peruta case that you have to issue a concealed weapon permit if someone says their reason for wanting it is self-defense. And in California, what's gone on for years is they've set this very high standard for establishing what constitutes good cause to issue a concealed weapon permit, and it's usually some kind of articulable threat, a death threat or stalker or something like that.
Yeah.
And what it ought to be is someone walks in and says, I need it for self-defense. That's all. You don't have to specify any particular threat, and that's good cause. So if L.A. bans open carry, they're going to put themselves in a situation where they'll be set up for a lawsuit to force them to issue concealed weapon permits anytime someone goes in and lists self-defense as good cause. So I must say, I'm having a good time watching this. Ordinarily, we would submit, the NRA and CRPA have been working on the local ordinance project out here for almost 20 years now. Mm-hmm. Every time a city proposes one of these things, we send in opposition letters. And this time, we're just sitting on the sideline watching them twist in the wind because they have obviously become aware of the problems that they can run into with this. It's actually become sort of fodder for some of the Sacramento newsletters. Because they're talking about doing similar things in Sacramento,
right.
And everybody's going crazy trying to figure out what the ramifications would be.
Chuck, I got to tell you, I mean, it's kind of funny to see the gun control advocates tie themselves in knots over this.
Yeah, yes, it's I can't help but smile. Well, a lot of times it's frustrating out here, but once in a while, you get to see them really kind of put themselves in an awkward situation. They'll deny it all.
Yeah.
They'll poo-poo it. They'll spin it as public safety. They know how to spin the message. But the reality is this was such an urgent thing 3 months or 2.5 months ago, and now it's just languishing. So maybe it's not so urgent after all. Maybe they're just going to let it die.
Well, there is one thing that they could do, and this whole problem would go away.
Issue those concealed weapon permits.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
That's the easiest and most equitable solution for everyone.
Get real. And there's another lawsuit that we're getting ready to challenge Los Angeles City, whether they pass this thing or not, because they're under a consent decree to do good faith evaluations of people's applications, and that defines good cause, and they haven't been complying with that. They're back to their same old habits. They don't even make applications available. They discourage people from applying. It's the same games that they've played for years.
Mm-hmm.
And they were smacked once by a judge over it, and now 3 chiefs later, they're back to their old tricks. So we're going to call them on that too. So between L.A. and San Francisco, I've got my work cut out for me out here.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, Chuck, as always, sir, I'm glad you could join us on the program, give us an update, and I know we'll be talking again very, very soon.
Cam, thanks for keeping everybody in touch with what we're doing out here, and letting people know that we're out here working very hard for NRA members.
You bet. Glad to do it. Talk to you again soon, Chuck.